shout out to Candace Owens. So she ends up revealing some things. She shows a screenshot, right? And this screenshot, it says Candace Owens just shared a screenshot of a group chat where Charlie Kirk explicitly said he was leaving the pro-Israel cause just 48 hours before he was assassinated, right? Shout out to her for putting this out here. Let's listen to it.
Take a look. So Charlie writes in this group chat, just lost another huge Jewish donor, $2 million a year because we won't cancel Tucker. I'm thinking of inviting Candace. Somebody writes, oh. Charlie writes, Jewish donors play into all of the stereotypes. I cannot and will not be bullied like this, leaving me no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause. And somebody writes, a donor writes, please do not invite Candace. That might feel good short term, but it's not good long term. In my opinion, like all groups, you're going to get a wide variety of opinions. That nasty free will thing that God bestowed on us makes life frustrating at times after the dust settles a bit, maybe. So again, this is 48 hours before Charlie was assassinated. He was very clear and he was very explicit, and he did not back down, not in that Hamptons meeting, which they're all lying about, nor in his text thread. I'm not going to reveal the names of the other 7. Actually, you know what? I disagree with myself 4 seconds ago. Let's just throw in Josh Hammer for funsies. He's on this chat, okay?
Oh, what do y'all think about that? Shout out to everybody. So just 48 hours before he passed, you know, and what happened to him, he was going to leave the pro-Israel cause. Interesting. One thing about Candace Owens, she is uncovering a lot. She's showing that there's a lot of inconsistencies. Tyler Robinson wasn't actually a person, you know, from what she gathered that would, you know, unalive himself and things. Like, she's revealing a lot, right? So I don't know, man. I kind of, some people wonder, what is her motive? Is she just trying to get views? Is she just I think she's trying to bring a lot of clarity, you know, to this situation. You know, it's like, don't always believe everything that they're putting out there for you. And for people getting upset about her for being as vocal as she is and trying to blame it on maybe she's trying to make money off of it, she can, like, her views, she can get money off of just about anything. You know, she could throw whatever out and she'll get 900,000 views or 1 million views. Like, her channel is in an algorithm like that. So one thing people got to understand is if you have a friend that's in a high place, and I believe Candace Owens, she's one of the biggest, you know, podcasters out here. And she's going in for her friend and, you know, for his legacy and stuff like that. You can't really get mad at her for it. You know, some people are going to get mad at her just because they don't like Candace Owens, but you know, it's good that he does have a friend out here that is rallying for him and supporting him, right? Because you got people who were in Charlie Kirk's life that seem to just not want to answer questions, not really want to talk about anything. Candace Owens revealed that Turning Point USA doesn't want to answer questions in one of her streams, one of her last streams. So it's just like, a lot of things are not making sense. Benjamin Netanyahu going on Twitter and making all of these different statements. Charlie Kirk was my friend and we were working on things, and you know, but he don't mention that Turning Point USA was offered $140 million, right, to be pro-Israel. He don't mention stuff like that, you know. And then now you got a lot of the, you know, people's minds are being kind of controlled a little bit. You got the selling off of TikTok. Now Benjamin Netanyahu, Bibi, is going to have some say in it. You know, the algorithm's going to be controlled differently. And you have Benjamin Netanyahu caught on the hot mic on Twitter saying that they're going to have TikTok influencers be pro-Israel. And it's a lot of things going on, you know, that's not really making a lot of sense. You know, and shout out to Candace Owens for putting a lot of things out into the open for people to just look at all the information, examine it on their own, and figure out what is really going on. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to her. I'm out, y'all. Peace.